So if we start like in any Qigong practice with a regular stance, but there are certain features of this particular form that you need to know certain points in the body because it's part of Soaring, which is a medical Qigong. It's for healing all kinds of systems in the body. And so the first point of reference is the lower dantian. You may know where that is, but it's 3 fingers. Put
Which hand? The right
any
or
hand,
oh.
and just align the top of your finger with the bottom of your navel. And where the bottom finger is, that point of reference into the center of your body. It doesn't matter, it's just a point of reference. Because the lower dantian is in the center of your abdomen. But this is how you locate it. 3 fingers, yeah. And then if you just think of your mind going into the center of your being, that's where you have the lower dantian. It's below the navel, it's about the content of a cup. And it holds our prenatal chi, which is our life force energy. And it's the energy that comes from our parents and from, the earth and cosmos and creator. So it's the creation energy inside of our body. So how it's formed is like when you're a fetus in your mother's womb, there's an energy that's surrounding you that's helping your body to grow, and it's the energy of your parents and the universe. And as we get bigger and are ready for birth, that energy takes residence within our body, and it's the energy of our own creation. And we hold it in the lower dantian, and it's considered to be our life force.
Well, I was just waiting and telling myself to be quiet and let you talk. That is the life force energy, because that's...
Yeah. So in a lot of practices we focus on the lower dantian. Dantian means elixir field. And the other point that's important in this exercise is the Huiyin point. Huiyin. So it's sea bottom. Chinese. Huiyin is Chinese, and it means sea bottom. But basically it's the lowest point on our torso. So it's at the very bottom of our torso, and it's the point that connects us, and we get nourished from the earth through the Huiyin. And
so we pull up the energy of the earth?
The energy earth naturally flows. But it's sort of like the base or the root chakra, if you were thinking in terms of yoga or Indian philosophy. The Huiyin in Chinese is like the root of your body. And it's at the very bottom of your body. And
the feet
of your torso. It's at the bottom of your torso. It's the Huiyin.
Wow, okay.
And so it's at that space that's between the organs and the openings in your body. That space is where the Huiyin is. And it's an energetic portal that sustains you and roots you to the earth. And it also represents the bottom of our internal circulation of chi. And our energy flows within our body. It flows up the back, which is considered the governor vessel, and down the front, which is considered the conception vessel. So the energy flows continuously no matter what. It's always flowing, and it's part of what sustains our life force. But when we use our minds, we can engage with that flow and direct it in such a way to control and to moderate our own energy field, which is what we're going to do for lowering the energy from the head. So generally what we're doing is we start with our focus in the lower dantian.
It brought an energy there, it's like heat.
Yeah, when you bring your attention to it, you become aware of it, it becomes very powerful. And then in this exercise, we're going to guide the chi flowing in a stream down to the very bottom of our torso, which is the Huiyin point. And then we're going to direct it up the governor vessel, which is basically just flowing with the spine. And we're going to bring our focus to the point at the base of our neck, where the shoulders meet the neck. And this is called the Da Tsui. And once we bring the energy to this point, we're going to separate it in two streams, flowing through our shoulders, down through the center of our arms to our palms, which is called the Lao Gong. But this energy in the center of our palms, if you bring your middle finger in, you'll touch it. This is the portal that energy healers use to transmit healing energy. And every human being can do this, especially to bring energy into their own body, to heal themselves. And so this is...
you do it by this exercise?
No, I just wanted you to... This just identifies...
That's the point.
This is just to identify the point of the Lao Gong. And the Lao Gong, when it's not used, is just a point. But when you use it, it could actually open as wide as you can open your mouth. And so you could have a full open portal of energy. And that's usually what happens with energy healers. So that's why my hands feel hot, because I have a wide open field and the energy can come through very potent. But everyone has it.
You use your hands like a heat, laying on of hands.
Yeah, and it becomes like a heating pad almost.
Yes.
And it allows the energy to circulate through. Of course, I'm not using my energy. I'm drawing the energy in and then pushing it through the hands. And so in this case, the exercise we're doing is we're taking our own life force, circulating it into the governor vessel, bringing it to the back of the neck, which is the Da Tsui, separating it, flowing it into our palms, the Lao Gong. And then we're going to bring it back through our bodies by lifting our arms up, holding a ball of Qi, and bring our hands above the head, and it's the Bai Hui in Chinese. In India it would be the crown. And we beam our own Qi down through the central channel, which is down the middle of our body. Flatten your hands, relax your thumbs, and then we lower both hands down just to the mid-chest. So we're bringing the energy from our head down. Then we're going to separate our hands out to the sides and continue to guide the energy down, flowing through the center of our legs. And then relaxing our hands, sending your energies, your excess energies, 10 feet into the earth. And just allowing that Qi to go down into the earth. And then we turn our palms around and lift a second time. Bring our hands above, flatten the palms, fingertips are facing each other. Relax your thumbs facing towards the lower dantian. And then as you bring your hands down, think of taking all that hot, toxic energy, the excess energy from your head, pushing it down towards your feet. And then we separate our hands at the mid-chest and bring them along the sides, because we don't want to send the energy through the lower dantian, because we don't want to lose any of our life force. So we're bringing it down through the legs. Okay, the route is down through the center, out to the sides, and down into the earth. And we're feeling the excess energy come through our fingertips into the earth, but it also comes through the soles of our feet. I'm just going to lift my foot so I can show you. Right under the ball of the foot, in the center of your foot, is another point called, it's the Yongshan, and that's the energy, the foot that breathes with the earth. So we can send energy out and we can pull energy in through that point in the soles of our feet. But in this case, we want to bring down the stagnant energy from our head, so we're releasing it into the
I've
earth.
been wanting to ask that question. You already answered it. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you, how do we move stuck energy?
So the purpose of this exercise is twofold. It just takes excess energy, stuck energy out of
Blocks,
the head,
yeah.
blocks from the head.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're tense, if you're stressed,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a headache, and you just feel like you're holding a lot of energy, mental energy, this exercise will reduce and send that energy into the earth. So a person who has low blood pressure should not do it more than once or twice
A week or?
in one exercise.
Oh.
I mean, moving the energy down once, twice, maybe 3 times, but that's the max if you have low blood pressure.
Okay. Yeah.
If you have a regular pressure, you can do it 9 times. You should do it 9 times. If you have an excess of energy, toxic energy, or you have high blood pressure, you can go as many as 17 times, maybe a little bit more,
In one
exercise. But it's always best to begin, if you're normal pressure, or if you have high blood pressure, with 9. And then see how that feels. And as you get more accustomed to the exercise, you can do more. But you really should only do it once in a day, the exercise, and not exceed 17 times, 19 times. It's possible to go beyond that in repetitions. You could do it in the morning, you could do it in the evening. The time of day doesn't matter, but it's important to enter into a state of relaxation when you're doing it. And so the first part of the exercise is to just relax.
Now what you just did is in here?
It's on the handout, yeah.
Okay.
It's the handout to me is a little bit complicated because it goes back and forth. You know, it says, okay, as far as the relaxation, do this. As far as moving the energy through your body, do this. As far as letting go of the chi, do this. And then you have to sort of read it 3 times to see how to do it all together. And that's why it's good to work with somebody to learn it. Is the best way. To have someone show it to you, and then go to the written material. It'll make more sense. And it can be more of a reminder.
Can you do it one more time?
I'm going to do the whole exercise with you. We're going to go through the full 9. So we're going to do one full routine.
Oh, okay.
And then, so you'll have it for today.
Okay.
And then you'll have the reference point to understand the material.
And remind me of whatever.
And then you could always call me if you have a question.
Okay.
So the idea is to, because this is the kind of routine with Soaring Crane, because it's medical Qigong, you really have to do it under the guidance and supervision of someone who's certified to do it and trained to do it. And so that's why we're doing it this way. And even though a person can look at it and learn to do it, it's always good to do it in person. That's the optimal way to do it, person to person.